So Tencent versus Alibaba. Okay, so which company would you invest in? You have already stated your choice. Thank you. Okay, let's take a look about these two companies a bit more. Okay, so well, today Tencent. Okay, in this presentation, because there are two companies, I want to make it absolutely clear for everyone. If I put this sign, this is the penguin sign of the Tencent. Okay, if I put this sign or I put blue, that means I'm talking about Tencent. Later on, if I put the other sign or if it's orange, then I'm talking about Alibaba, so that you'll be clear. So Tencent today is the largest social media and entertainment company in China. Okay, market capitalization in Sing dollar wise, just below 1 trillion. So a very huge company. Okay, founded in 1998 by Pony Ma and 4 of his classmates. So this one actually Adi covered. Okay, listed in June 2004. At the time of listing, Tencent was 81 cents. Today it's about $550. So it's gone up about 700 times. Yeah, 700 times in a space of how many years? About 16 years. So it has really grown a lot. Okay, maybe I share some development over the years. How did the company start? Actually, when Pony Ma started, it was started in 1998. Okay, later you'll see Alibaba is started around the same time. That's why I always say that, you know, the dot-com boom in the late 1990s is really the seed of this technological revolution. Although a lot of people say that it was just a fad, but if you look at these two companies, they were really born at that time, 1998, and later Alibaba, 1999. Okay, so it started, how did it start? It actually started with OICQ. You know, I'm not sure how many of y'all have used ICQ before. It's basically a messaging device, okay? So Pony Ma used OICQ, Open ICQ. So he started it. And later he got sued by ICQ for using the name. So he changed it to QQ. So QQ today is still around, a messaging platform. Okay, so that's 1998. And of course, it grew from there. In 2004, it started to introduce games, on its platform. So 2004, it started gaming. And 2011, that's where WeChat was founded. WeChat Pay, that was in 2011. And it went into cloud in 2013, okay, until today. So this is the founder, Pony Ma, Chinese Ma Huateng, 48 years old. About him, so he's quite a private person. Later you see, unlike Jack Ma. So Jack Ma has a lot of, he likes to share ideology, his life philosophy with people, with students, on YouTube. But you hardly hear Pony Ma talk about such things. Okay, so he said that, ideas are not important in China. He said what's important is execution. So he cares a lot about execution and about product qualities. So that is what Tencent stands for. And he's an aggressive acquirer of companies. Some people say in this aspect, he's like Warren Buffett, a serial acquirer of companies. So today, a lot of technology companies, or structural growth companies, actually is under the stable of Tencent. And Pony Ma really started from scratch. Well, he didn't have a successful father. His first job was $176 per month. Right, working as a software engineer, developing software developer for pages. So that was where he started. And then that's where, and now he's one of the richest men in China and in the world. Okay, so that's about Pony Ma. And then we have Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba, on the other hand, is the largest e-commerce company in China. Its market capitalization just slightly above that of Tencent. In fact, sometimes they leapfrog one another. One leapfrog another, and then the other one comes back. So just crossing 1 trillion Singapore dollars. That's the market capitalization. Founded, as I say, 1999, just 1 year after Tencent, by Jack Ma and 18 of his friends. Later I'll share about Jack Ma and 18 of his friends. Okay, so listed much later. It was only listed in 2014. So by the time Alibaba was listed, it was already pretty big. That's why the share price didn't appreciate that much. At the time of listing, it was about 93 US dollar, and currently it's about 286, about a 3 times increase. Let me talk about the development of Alibaba. Okay, I think Alibaba's starting is even more interesting than Tencent's, in my view. I think when I go back to Jack Ma, you know, who really the spiritual founder of Alibaba. So he always shared, you know, he applied for 30 companies for a job, and he got rejected by all of them. So one, he applied for the police to be a policeman, and they said that he's not good. So they rejected him. And then when KFC first went to China, he also went to apply for a job in KFC. So 24% applied for the job, 23 got accepted, 1 got rejected, and the person who got rejected is Jack Ma. Okay, so he said he didn't feel good about it, being rejected so many times. But the good thing is he didn't give up. So he looked for 18 other more rejects, you know, all those people who cannot get a job. He gathered all of them, 18 of his friends, to start Alibaba. How did the idea of Alibaba came to him? It was when he went to US, okay, and then he was searching for a Chinese website, and he couldn't find any. Then what he does is he set up an ugly website, you know, just impromptu do up a website. And he actually started a website in 1994. And then at 9:40, the website was up. And by 12 p.m., 3 hours later, he received emails from investors, you know, inquiring about his website. So that's when he realized that I think internet is an opportunity, right? So then he came back wanting to start internet. And in the late 1990s, one day, when the internet was established in China, he invited his friends to actually watch the internet. So he loaded an internet page for his friends. And guess what? After 3.5 hours, half a page of the website was loaded. But he was so proud. He said, wow, you know, this is the power of internet. And he wanted to leverage on it. And, you know, of course, all our history. And now he's a very successful entrepreneur. Founded, you know, the largest e-commerce company in China. So that was the start of this man, Jack Ma. Of course, he has now left Alibaba altogether to doing philanthropic work. Okay, so he's a bit older than Pony Ma, 55 years old. So it's a very different personality, a very outgoing. Unlike Pony Ma, who cared about execution, right? I say Jack Ma is more about ideology, vision, ideas, looking forward. Which is why he said quite a lot of the things. Actually, Alibaba started earlier than Tencent. For example, cloud. Alibaba started cloud in 2009. Tencent only started it in 2013. So it was 4 years later. So I think if you look at their personality, what they stand for, probably not surprising. Also, Jack Ma is the one who thinks ahead, get things started, and then Tencent is about executing and perfecting it. So now today, they are rivals and also friends, actually. Okay, that's about Alibaba. So today what I want to look at is the comparison of the two companies I'll look at it in these few areas. Okay, in the business, talking about the competitive advantages and competition. And they do have some overlapping business. So we will see how they fare. And then the financials, we look at sales growth, profit growth, profitability, and financial health. Lastly, we look at valuation. So we look at these two companies through these screens. Okay, first we look at the businesses of Tencent and Alibaba. Just to get some of you may not be aware what are actually Tencent and Alibaba doing. So I think I should be giving you an introduction about it. So Tencent, their primary platform, a very powerful platform. Of course, it started from QQ and then went to WeChat. WeChat is like our WhatsApp, but it's still the de facto messaging platform in China. So much so that people are saying that because China controls internet, so you can't anyhow set up internet accounts. So for WeChat, all their internet accounts are actually unique to this person, and you can't anyhow change it. And some people say that actually that is their ID, as good as their ID in China. And of course, like I said, in 2004, they actually went into online games. So today they've acquired many gaming companies like Supercell, the Finnish gaming company. Activision Blizzard, yeah, it owns about 5% of that. Okay, and many other companies. So it's been acquiring. So today, one of the largest gaming company in the world, or if not the largest. And then digital contents, right? Probably like the Netflix, you know, where it does. So it has music, Tencent Music. It has a video, and it's got literature contents. Yeah. So that is digital contents, online advertising, you know, just like what Facebook do, and then fintech, which it has is WeChat Pay, and then a cloud business. So the fintech and the cloud business falls under the enterprise, and the rest falls under the consumer space. Okay, so if you look at it, about half of the business comes from value-added services. Value-added services includes the subscription to the WeChat and QQ, you know, for the premium accounts. It includes online gaming. It includes the content streaming. Okay, so that part falls under the value-added service. And online advertising, that's 18%. And then it's fintech and cloud business is about 27%. So that's WeChat for you. Okay, Alibaba's business, well, by far the largest is the e-commerce. Okay, so Taobao, Tmall, that is largely in China. Yeah, of course, we extend beyond China as well. Lazada is largely the number 1 or number 2 player, depending on which country, in Southeast Asia. Okay, so you also have a consumer services, food delivery business, Ele.me. Yeah, so that's also its food delivery business. It's got its Youku, which is like YouTube. And it's got logistic business called Cainiao. And it's fintech, Alipay under Ants Financial, and it's got its Ali Cloud. Okay, these are not the only one, but I just picked up the salient ones because there are too many of them. Okay, so this is largely the businesses of Alibaba. As you can see, by far, it's an e-commerce business. Yeah. So the rest of the business actually are not even making money. Yeah. So the rest of the businesses are actually loss-making, including its cloud. So really the profit generator is their core commerce.